Hi, it's Alexia and Tammy again. We are now going to be taking you through your makeup tutorial for your performance. And here we go. Okay, so you want to start with a nice clean face. If you want to put moisturizer on or something like that, that's totally fine. If not, that's totally fine. Here we go. So you will need an eyeshadow palette that has some neutral colors in it. You want like a light beige color or whitish color for the top of your eyelid, and you want a deep brown for the bottom of your eyelid. Colors don't look that good on stage, blues and purples and greens and stuff like that. You want to stick with neutrals like browns and grays, and just like a nude skin tone colored. It can be shimmery or it can be pale for the top of your eye. So you're going to start with eyeshadow, because when you're applying the eyeshadow, sometimes it'll flake off and it'll end up right underneath your eye. And if you do foundation first, then you probably have to take it off again and then reapply it. So we're going to start with eyeshadow. If you want to put some sort of eyeshadow primer on, you can. It's not necessary though. So we're going to start with actually the light color of the eyeshadow that's going to go on the top of your eye. It's going to go from the crease of your eye all the way up to your eyebrow. It's much easier if you use makeup brushes versus the little spongy thing that comes in the makeup palette. This way you can control exactly where the eyeshadow is going a lot easier than with a sponge. So she's taking the light color eyeshadow, putting it all the way from the crease to the top of her eyebrow. She's going to do that on both eyes. Great. Then from there you take your brown or darker color eyeshadow and you're going to put it from the line of the eyelashes up to the crease of the eye, but you're not going to go up any higher than the crease of the eye. Then from there, if you feel like there's a very distinct line between the brown and the lighter color, what you can do is you can blend the two together. So then you just take your brush, usually I'll dip it, you can dip it in a medium color or you can dip it back in your lighter color, and then you just kind of go in that area in between where those two colors were, and you're going to blend it in, and then you won't see that line as much anymore. Okay, then our eyeshadow is done. You do not want to really put anything underneath your eye, just on top. Okay, now we're going to move on to eyeliner. For eyeliner for performances, you never put eyeliner on your bottom lashes. It actually makes your eyes look smaller. So we're just going to go on our top lashes, and we prefer that you use liquid eyeliner if you can manage it. If it's really hard for you to use, you can go ahead and do a pencil. A waterproof pencil would probably be better so it doesn't smudge, but a liquid eyeliner, what you're going to do is you're going to create a line from the inner corner of your eye right along your eyelashes, and then you're going to take it all the way out to the outer edge of your eye. Excuse Miss Tammy, she must use her mirror really quick. And then you're going to make the line go all the way out to the outer part of your eye, and you're going to create what's called a wing. You're going to pull it out a little bit further than the edge of your eye, because this makes the appearance of the eyes on stage look bigger. The whole reason that we use stage makeup is so that you can actually see your facial features on stage. Otherwise, you just look like one blank white slate on stage, and it's really hard to tell your facial features. So stage makeup is for that purpose only. It's not necessarily to look trendy or super pretty or anything. It's just to make your facial features stand out. So this will help with the eyes. Okay, so she has her eyeliner on, and it's winged out a little bit on both sides. If you're doing this on little ones, it's best to ask them to keep their eyes closed for a few minutes, because usually the eyeliner is wet and it will definitely smear if they try to open their eyes right away. Alright, our next step with our eyes is mascara. Lots and lots and lots of mascara. Mascara will make your eyelashes stand out, and they will also therefore make your eyes look bigger, and you will be able to see your eyes on stage. So we'll take mascara, we're going to do it on our top and our bottom lashes. The more the better. Even if you have blonde hair, you want to be using black eyeliner and black mascara. You can also curl your eyelashes if you like before doing this step. It's up to you. You do not have to do the eyelash curling though. You can do more than one coat of mascara if you like. If you feel like one coat has done the job, that's totally fine. Just observe and see if your eyelashes look like they're standing out and like you can see them from far away. I'm going to shine the spotlight on her face so you can actually see what this really looks like. There we go. Okay, so there we have our eye makeup, our light eyeshadow on the top of the eye, our brown eyeshadow on the bottom of the eye, our eyeliner, and our mascara. If you would like to apply false eyelashes on top of this, you're more than welcome to. Little ones do not have to. Older ones, you can if you like. Again, you would want those to just be black eyelashes. Okay, our next step is we're going to do our foundation on our face. Right now is a good time to check and see if you've dropped any eyeshadow under your eyes. If you have, just go ahead and wipe that away. And then we're applying our foundation. You want to pick a skin tone that matches your skin tone pretty well. It doesn't have to be perfectly exact, but as long as it's pretty close. And you also want something for stage that has a medium to a heavy coverage. A tinted moisturizer is not a good foundation for stage because once the stage lights hit your face, they're going to wash you out. And what the foundation does is it keeps the skin color and it blocks the lights from washing out your skin. So you're going to go ahead and apply this pretty heavily on your entire face.
For glissades, you actually start with your back leg, so your left leg is going to be in front in this position. Glissades are a jump, however, they stay low. So it's almost like you're staying in your same position the entire time. I would think about staying, like, if I was in a
You can also do this with a sponge if you prefer, or a makeup brush. That's totally fine. Just as long as you're able to get full coverage on your entire face.
And make sure it's not like that. So it's not a glue on where you lift up, it's a glue on where you stay.
Again, this is not necessarily for beauty or for trend. It's so when you're on stage, when the lights hit you, we can actually see your face and you're not washed out. Now notice what Tammy's doing as she gets to her jawline. She's blending it down below her jaw. This is so that when you're on stage, there's not a visible line of makeup from your jaw to your neck. If you blend it down a little bit, then it all looks like one. Now when we finish with the foundation, the next step is to actually take some powder. You want to use a packed powder is better than a loose powder. You want to have a pretty full coverage powder, and what this is for is so that when a dancer gets sweaty, or if they're sitting in their makeup for a while before they actually go on stage, so that the makeup stays on, because usually a foundation does not stay put on your face on its own for a very long time. So we're going to go ahead and take some powder, and we're going to cover the face with powder. Again, a heavy layer of this is better than a light layer. It will help everything stay put and stay in place the whole time that you're dancing. And you're going to take it all the places that you put the foundation on. Okay, so this is what her skin, flashlight, there we go. This is what her skin looks like. So it just looks like her skin, but now when the lights hit it, you can actually, it's not washing her out. You can still see. Okay, then from there, she's going to apply blush. Now, this is to bring color to your face when you're on stage. Once again, it's not necessarily to look pretty from up close. If you're doing your blush correctly, it is actually going to look a little bit unnatural when you see someone up close. You need to pick a bright color. A brownish color will not work. It needs to be a deep, like this is a deep red, or you can do a hot pink. You want something with a lot of color in it so that it actually shows up on your cheeks on stage. So she's applying it from the mid part of her cheeks. If she smiles, it's going to be that part that puffs up. And then it's going all the way up and out. Usually the one place in stage makeup that dancers tend to not do the best job with their makeup is on the blush. They tend to not put enough on. So more is better Again, when you see yourself in the mirror in real life, it should look a little bit silly to you. Okay, perfect. Then from there, our last step is our lipstick. You want to pick a bright red color. Again, this is not for fashion or for trends. This is so that we can see your facial features on stage. You can pick a actual lipstick. You can pick a long-lasting one. You can do a lip liner. Any of those are fine. You just want to make sure it fills in your entire lip. And usually you'll just, if you have a few dances in the show or you are performing a little bit later, you just want to bring your lipstick with you and reapply it, because usually it will end up fading by the end, or after a little while it usually ends up fading, unless you have a long-lasting lipstick. So this is what her face looks like at the end of her makeup. If you have really, really blonde eyebrows, it's also a good idea to maybe do a little bit of a brow pencil on top, just to fill in those eyebrows so that we can see your eyebrows on stage, and so it doesn't end up looking like one big, long forehead. So you can just add a little bit of a brow powder or a brow pencil if needed, depending on your, again, brow color. But otherwise, that is our entire makeup tutorial.
Yeah, I was in Texas on a business trip. Yeah, like everyone, I guess, was doing something. Yeah.